What's up, guys? My name is Austin, and welcome to Buzzbloom's Flower Farm, my channel where I discuss all things dirty. No, I don't mean it like that. I mean like all things that involve the dirt. So I love plants, and today we're talking about one of my favorite plants. This is a great plant. I mean, truly, if you had to pick one plant, this might be my plant of choice. So, today we're going to talk about Yarrow. Yarrow. I have to do my own sound effects because I can't edit anything. Alright, so Yarrow, or Achillea Millefolium. What is it? I had to write down the scientific name because I butcher it. Achillea, well, this helps 0%. Achillea Millefolium. Anyways, Yarrow. So, Yarrow is one of those amazing plants that has so many uses. It's highly medicinal for a flower farm. It's a very profitable plant. And what makes Yarrow extra cool is it's native to pretty much like everywhere. It's got one of the largest ranges across the globe for any flowering species, which is actually really, really cool. But today I'm going to tell you all about Yarrow and why I love Yarrow. Let's go. So, Yarrow. If you don't know what Yarrow looks like, I'm going to attempt to put a little clip right now. Ta-da! This is Yarrow. If the clip didn't work, this is just me like doing a dramatic Yarrow pose. Alright, so this is Yarrow. Yarrow is one of those plants that I love on the flower farm. And it's one of those that I would suggest anyone who's gardening, whether you have a full-time flower farm or whether you just have a backyard garden or a little herb garden, Yarrow should be at the top of your list. So one of the main reasons I love Yarrow is I love it for all its medicinal properties. I mean, this is a survival plant. Like, this is a plant that you want to have in your garden when crap goes down. It is a wonderful plant. Okay, so let's just talk about this. I am not a doctor. This is not the Dr. Austin show. So if you are planning on using Yarrow for medicinal purposes, please do your research. This is not me saying go out there and go like pound some Yarrow. That's not what we're after here. Go out and do your own research, but I've done some research and I've actually tried to use this for a couple things. I've put it in some teas and it's kind of crazy. Like, what do you know? It works. So I'm going to read off a couple of the things that Yarrow has traditionally been used for medicinally. So, you can use pretty much all the parts of the plant, and you can use it to make tea. And that tea is known to help with headaches, colds, flus, any kind of upper respiratory thing. It's really beneficial. So, next time you got the flu, consider drinking Yarrow. I'm not saying don't go to the doctor. I'm not saying, I'm saying it might help with the symptoms and it might alleviate it quicker, which is really, really cool. This part is my favorite little tidbit. So it works wonderfully as a topical agent. So you can like actually chew up a poultice. I'm not suggesting chew, but you can make a poultice, like basically chop it up. This is gross, but I just like throw it in my cheek and then like totally sanitary. 10 out of 10 recommend. Actually, don't recommend that at all. But chop it up, and then you can actually put it on like wounds or sores or anything. It's got an I don't know the words, but basically it helps coagulate the blood, which means you're not gonna bleed out. So if you have like a minor flesh wound, and I mean that in like a truly minor sense, you might consider that. A little cut, a little scrape, pop some Yarrow on there, pop a bandage on there, bandage. Cool. As a matter of fact, it's said that the scientific name Achillea comes from Achilles in the Trojan War, and he would use this. He was trained to use this to help stop bleeding for his soldiers. Moral of the story is minor flesh wound is important. Clearly, it did not save his life. Boom, bang, gone. Must not have had any yarrow. But it's pretty nifty swifty. Also, the root of yarrow is known as a wonderful toothache reliever, so you can actually just pop that bad boy in, get to chewing, and it should help relieve toothaches. I'm not saying don't go to the doctor, please, if you're like feeling sick or not. Oh, bam. I'm not saying, yeah, go to the doctor if you're unwell, but I love these home remedies. I think they are so cool.
So, profitability. So, if you are a flower farmer and you are considering adding this, or if you would like to start maybe selling some herbs and stuff on the side, yarrow is a wonderful option. Clearly, I'm going to need to make a yarrow tea because I don't know what's going on. Upper respiratory crap. 'Tis the season. So, in terms of profitability, yarrow is an excellent choice for a flower farm or an herb farm. And here's a couple of reasons why. So, first and foremost, yarrow is a perennial, which means you plant it one time and it comes back year after year. What's amazing is it's not just a perennial, but most perennials that you get and you buy are like roses that have like fancy grafted rootstock or hydrangeas. And you really you can grow these things from seeds, but it's not easy. Yarrow, boom, seed packet, $3, whatever it is, and you have like 100 plus wonderful yarrow plants that are going to be perennials. It's a super easy perennial to grow from seed, and I love a good perennial that you can grow from seed because I'm cheap, which makes this wonderfully profitable. So start it in the fall or in the spring. I like to plant early spring, but you can plant in late fall, early fall as well. And it's just gonna, wherever you plant it, it's just gonna explode. It's just gonna keep going. You'll find that it flowers from spring all the way through fall, depending on where you're located. Here in Zone 7, I have spring flowers and fall flowers and summer flowers from this wonderful crop. They do require a little bit of support, but I like to plant them on like the edges of buildings so the wind doesn't buffet them. But they're a wonderful crop. You will harvest them all season long, so they make a wonderful filler foliage that you can sell to florists, or you can just pop in bouquets. And it's also a wonderful medicinal herb, so you can use all parts of the plant, and you can actually dry it, and you can use it in tea blends that you could potentially sell. It's a wonderful, versatile crop, and I would recommend it well before other things like zinnias, for example, because they cost roughly the same, but your labor percentage, like you're spending some time planting it, but you've got it established. So if you got the space, woohoo! Yarrow's the way! Wow. Did this just become a singing channel? Yarrow's the way! Oh yeah! Told you about the sound effects. I don't know how to edit videos at all. Zero amounts. Okay, so we've talked about how it's medicinal. We've talked about how it could potentially be a profitable crop to add to your farm or garden. And now I want to talk to you and reiterate about it being a native crop. This is one of the coolest parts of it. It extends all the way through North America. Like North America is this plant's range. So that's going to be the common yarrow, the common white yarrow. But there's tons of yarrows that you can grow, and you don't have to feel bad about them because they have been bred up from this native species or whatever. Like, you don't have to feel bad about having yarrow in your garden, and pollinators love it. So it's a wonderful crop to add for pollinators. Just boop, 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 boop. People complain about it spreading, but it's not like a huge, like if it spreads, whatever. Like, it's a native species. It's allowed to be here. It's not like kudzu that's just like strangling out wonderful plants. It's not like that. This is a nice, happy plant. It's got boundaries. And it's like, yeah, this is my space. This is my zone. And we're good with that. You know what I mean? A lot of people are transitioning to native plants, and the range of yarrow is all of North America. What? Like all the whole continent. And boom, that's where yarrow belongs. Common yarrow, white yarrow, but boom, right there. That's where yarrow lives. And it also is kind of like that in Europe, and it's chilling in Asia. Like, this is got a huge range. Like I said, out of flowering plants, it's got one of the largest ranges of any flowering plant, which actually is wonderful because its growing zones are USDA zone 3 through 9, which means you have wonderful hardiness in this plant. You can plant it anywhere and it's going to do okay. So if it's hot climate, it's going to survive it. If it's cold climate, it's going to survive it. North America is its growing zone, which is wonderful. People do complain sometimes that it spreads, but like this is its home turf. It's allowed to spread out. Oh my gosh. And now you know I'm bald. Okay, anyway. It's okay to be bald. No shame. I'm sure Yarrow loves seeing me. That extra sun reflection really helps get it going. But yeah, so that's Yarrow. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have questions about Yarrow, feel free to drop them down below. There's going to be a lot more videos like this unless you don't like it, which is very possible because I'm a chaotic mess. Just like my garden. I cannot wait to take you out to my garden in the springtime. But for now, don't forget to get dirty. Can I say that? Is that an okay line? Clearly, I'm not for the kids YouTube. All right, thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.